Hi everybody, how you doing? It's Janine in the little nun's room. I hope that you're well. Yes, I am standing up. Look at me. I can move around a bit, not very much. There's only about like a foot to be able to maneuver, but I can still, upper body stuff, a little bit of a shimmy. Today, the reason that I'm standing is because I went to a course last night online, which is going on for the next 6 days now, 6 days, 7 days in total. And the celebrity, and it is a celebrity in my closet time, the celebrity that is running this course is Tony Robbins. Yeah. Oh yeah, baby. So yeah, Tony. So I have been to Tony's UPW events twice now. 2011, that's the one that kicked me to go to Ecuador for 3 months. And then I went recently, last year, in 2 years ago. No, it was last year. 2019. Well, should look at it. It's on the thing. It's there. It's around you, Janine. 2019. Did another firework last year. Absolutely epic. Absolutely awesome. 12,000 people in an arena, 4 days. It's like a rave. It's like a consistent rave. You hardly eat anything because you create your own energy, which is what he teaches you. One of the things he teaches you. Believe me, there are so many things he teaches you, and it's just it's infectious. It's infectious. On the Sunday night we had Will I Am DJing. He did a talk and then DJs. It rocked the house. So Tony knows how to generate energy. Tony knows how to create energy. He knows how to motivate and make people realize their destinies and who they are. Now, I've already known. I've always known what I am, which is an actor. I've always been that. I've always been a performer. But I've gotten mislaid over the years and never quite been sure what direction to go in. And when I got to the directions, I felt like I was too fat, or I was like too shy, or not sure about where I fitted in with that. But I feel like since last year, and it was literally this time last year, that I have changed. I've been changing very slowly. I have a great life coach that's helping me, and I'm becoming more open to the idea of actually pursuing the dream career, which is being an actor, performer, presenter, anything to do with public speaking, anything to do with being out there. That's why I've also created my channel, as well as doing it so that people hopefully have a bit of a giggle during lockdown, with me and possibly at me, but who cares? So Tony last night asked us, he said, right, stories. What's your old story? What's your new story? So today it's thinking about that. And then I've got to go live on Tony's page later. Now, I haven't been live on any pages yet. It's only because I probably don't really trust myself to go live. That's the thing. But saying that, I've performed in front of 1,000 people at the National Theatre. I love the feeling of going live. It's just the fact that we've only got 3 minutes to do it in, so it's another Tony challenge. And I love a bit of that. But then, Tony, so do you. So old story. The old story for me is the fact that that my life hasn't got any better during its 40s. In fact, it's got worse. So that's been my old story. The new story is that actually life does begin at 40. So when people add these kind of cliche sentences and, say them from time to time, and you're like, I've always wondered whether there's a book in it where you could work out, like, say, the grass is always greener on the other side, like, is that, can this actually be proven? I thought that could be quite an interesting topic. Life begins at 40. It's so ambiguous, but boy, did my life begin when I got to 40. I spent my 40th in Ecuador, but after that it seemed to be a series of things going wrong, like my mum dying, my womb going wrong, but I'm fine now. And look, I'm being really, really open here, but there we go. You can know that about me. And then also the same year as that all happening, my flat nearly killed me with CO2 poisoning, and then gas poisoning the day after. So like, absolute freaking nightmare. That was in 2016, and I've been living that old story since, and I've been trying to break out of that. But I am now there because the new story has created the little nun's room. I've always been a person who comes up with things from nothing. I've always been a person who's good at adversity, like making things happen when the shit is going down. So the little nun's room has come out of that. In terms of how I feel about myself, because when I had my operation, my body changed. I went on a date last weekend, just saying. So I've been on a date, so I'm starting to break through this. Now I couldn't do it, I haven't done it totally on my own. I've had a lot of support. I have a lot of really wonderful friends, people. My life coach is also a friend. People around me that I talk to about all these things. I've had some healing sessions. I really work at myself. I read books, I write in my diary every single morning. So this is not just a simple journey of like, oh, suddenly she changes and then it's like it's so super easy. No, groundwork, people, groundwork. I have put in a lot of groundwork, but I can feel the bubble. I can feel the change. There's just something about it. There's just one little switch that can go off, and I can't even tell you what that switch was right now, but it could even have been the fact that I got rid of my fringe. I'm serious. It could even have been that. But my point is with this, that I've got to go back to Tony now because I'm getting into me, aren't I? The thing about Tony is that when you go and immerse yourself in one of his events, or even this online training, which is actually free. I mean, Tony Robbins is doing this, and last night I thought it was only an hour. It turned out to be 3 hours, 3 hours and a quarter. He kept going on and goes, oh, something really quickly. And then it just continued. And I was writing notes for my friend thinking, I'm going to be up to like 3 a.m. writing all this up, because I said, yeah, it's fine. And then like, oh my gosh, of course it's Tony. It's like, you can't really write notes about Tony anyway, because half the time it's experiential, like the way I work. Like you get people into a state, into a physical thinking, and then, they kind of smash them with facts. So that's what it's like. So to get that across is not easy. So I have got to do this live thing. I've got to do it in 3 minutes. But I know that he's the guy to do it with. I know that he's the guy to do my first ever live. And I've already changed the physiology, which is one of his things standing up today. But just join this comeback challenge. It's the best thing to be doing right now. We're all going back to work. We're all doing the thing. Why do we have to even accept the same as before? So join the comeback challenge. I'm going to put the little link down the bottom. Even if you join it at the end of the week, just have just 1 hour at 7 o'clock in the evening if you're in UK time, or 2 p.m. I was going to say ET time, EDT time, New York, 5 hours behind. So it's free. You get to see Tony Robbins. You get to see some of his techniques. It is free. Do I need to say it again? Free. So I'm sending you love. I have rambled a bit, I know, but it's because I am feeling quite connected right now. I'm very excited about tonight's seminar. Also got my life coaching this afternoon. This is the kind of stuff that keeps me going. This is the kind of stuff that pushes me forward. So there, if you ever wondered, like, what is it with Janine? Why does she go off and do these crazy things? Well, because I'm living my best life. Yeah, baby. So from me in the little nun's room, which one day will become a bigger little nun's room, I can promise you that, sending you love and motivation and standy uppiness. Oh, it just feels good, like shoulders back. This is what I do, this is what I do. And I will speak to you soon. Like, subscribe, remember, IGTV and YouTube. Mwah.